Hey guys, what is going on? This is JackAttack45, and today we have some World of Tanks test server footage, and oh my goodness, it is the glorious Walker Bulldog in World of Tanks. I love it. I love it. It is my desktop background. I've seen one in real life, and it is a beautiful, beautiful tank. Also, T-37 is going to be coming to 9.3, and this is the one that everybody seems to be talking about, the T-49 with its 152 millimeter basically missile launcher. It's not actually a missile launcher, but that is what basically it is. It's a Sheridan pretty much, which is going to be awesome. As you can see here, we do have the line here. We have the Chaffee is actually going to be the precursor to the T-37, which we'll just go look at the stats really quick. It does have a 150 pen on its 76 millimeter gun, which is going to be nice. Going into the Bulldog, which I think is going to be my favorite, it does have a 10-round auto loader, also going into the 152 millimeter. But I think the T-49 will be very, very good with this 90 millimeter. So we'll have to see. I'm going to show a little bit of footage here coming up soon. A few other highlights: the RU-251 is right down here, and it is going to be coming off the Awful Panther, pretty much is what I call it. And as you can see, it's got 190 pen on its 90 millimeter, so that is going to be crazy. 9.68 rounds per minute, 250 alpha, and we will move on to the last light edition, well, last two light editions, which is going to be the LTTB, and that is coming off the MT25, the Tier 6. This one is going to be a Tier 7 with a 170 pen on its 85 millimeter, going into the T-54, which has 175 millimeters of pen on a 250 alpha gun at Tier 8, and it actually has 80 millimeters of hull armor along with 160 millimeters of turret armor. Now, I'm going to be showing gameplay of all of these, and then I'll give my impressions over top of the gameplay. And basically what I'm thinking here is that this tank right here is going to be crazy. It does have a top speed of 80 kilometers per hour, 20 horsepower per ton, which is going to be insane. Also, it's 190 millimeters of penetration. Sorry about that, but I am excited about this light tank edition. There is a few other changes. You can go look at the patch notes for the rest of those, but I'm just going to be focusing on the new light tanks that are coming out in 9.3. So enjoy. And here we go with our first exciting new 9.3 light tank. This is the Tier 8 German tank, the RU-251, and why do I love this tank? Well, it has 190 millimeters of penetration on a light tank on a 90 millimeter, which does 240 average damage. Now that is awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And this thing has a top speed of 80 kilometers per hour. Now, when I've been playing the test server this time, it's been pretty buggy. The first couple games were pretty buggy. There were lots more Russian players on. And as I got farther and farther into the games, I did get a little bit better connection-wise. But as you can see, this RU-251 is a little bit buggy. I will try to get mastery badges on all these on the test server. Hopefully there's enough people. I did actually get a really good game in my Walker Bulldog, and I'll probably be bringing you guys that one tomorrow if you guys would like to see that. I have some highlights from that game, but I'll be doing a commentary over the whole thing because I think that is going to be my favorite tank from this patch. But anyways, let's get back to the German Tier 8 medium. Now this thing is crazy, crazy fast. It's got really good pen. It plays pretty much like a Leopard, guys. It is very, very fun. Now, obviously it doesn't have as high of hit points as the Leopard is. It is a Tier 8. It probably plays pretty similar to the Indian Panzer. Sorry, I shouldn't be comparing it to the Leopard. It looks like the Leopard. The gun is very good. I really enjoyed this one. And this tank has some really good DPM for a Tier 8 scout. So basically, the thing that I've kind of noticed with all of these scouts is that they're kind of just mediums, really, without really any armor. The T-54 lightweight is more like a medium than anything. And this one is very similar to the Leopard and the Leopard prototype. Looks very similar, has a very good gun, and might not be as good as the Indian Panzer, but I still love it. Let's move on to the Tier 8 American. This is the T-49, and of course, this is what everybody's been talking about, that damage right there. So, what do I think about this tank? I think it's kind of a novelty. I really think that the 152 millimeter, while it is, you know, scary on a Tier 8 light tank, it doesn't provide. I don't know. Maybe I haven't played enough games in it. Maybe I was lagging too much when I was playing the games. But it just doesn't seem to have the same kind of feeling on a light tank. It is basically the KV2 gun, really. The aim time is really, really bad. The accuracy is horrible. I think it's 0.6. And it does do a lot of damage, as you saw that first shot on the RU-251. But to be honest, there are a lot of light tanks on the test server, obviously, because everybody's trying out all the new light tanks. And I don't think this thing will be that great when it goes live. Now, don't get me wrong, this tank is going to be still fun. It's going to be hilarious. It's going to be the troll tank. It's going to be, I'm going to come up behind you and do 900 damage as a scout and then run away tank. But I don't know how effective it's going to be in, say, like team battles or tank companies or anything like that. We'll have to see. The 90mm on this, the gun that's below this one, is actually an HE derp. Once again, it fires very, very fast, actually. If you pen all of your shots, it basically has tier 10 DPM. It averages 328 alpha, but obviously you have to be shooting tanks in the side to penetrate. This gun, obviously, it's going to be a troll gun. It's going to be just like the KV2, only it's on a scout. So I'm sure I'll play it a lot. It looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. I just don't like it as much as I do the Tier 8. I honestly almost think that the Tier 7 and Tier 8 should have been flipped. I think that one should have been the Tier 7 and the Bulldog should have been the Tier 8. But hey, we'll see how it goes when it hits the live server. Now this is the Bulldog. This is the one I'm excited about. This has the 10-round autoloader, and this thing is crazy, crazy fast. Now this is obviously a very favorable matchup for a Bulldog, only Tier 8, but look at all this scouting I get off at the beginning there. And the crazy thing about this is it loses basically no speed through the turns. And this and the T49 both have very, very similar mobility. I think the T49 is basically the Bulldog chassis with a different turret. So I would assume they are about equal. And this thing is awesome. I love this thing to death, and you guys will see some highlights of me doing damage. This game I actually ended up with like 4,600 spying damage. Obviously this map is a little bit easy to get some lights if you're going really fast, if you're juking all these shots. And I mean, look at all these shots coming in, and none of them hit me, so that was pretty fun. And then you got the 10-round autoloader. The great thing about this autoloader is that you can pretty much hold down the trigger and it will always be aimed, as you'll see here. I shoot once, and by the time my next round is in the drum, the gun is basically aimed. So that is really nice. You can just sit there and hold down the trigger, and you will see in a little bit how I just destroy a Yag Tiger and a Panther 2 actually with this autoloader. This tank is amazing. 171 pen, 150 damage on the 76mm. I can't say enough about how fun the Walker Bulldog is. Don't get me wrong, the T49 has a bit of novelty. The RU is going to be awesome. I'm going to love that tank for sure. The T54, you'll see next, is really, really good as well. But this tank, I think, is going to be the cream of the crop when it comes to this next patch. It is so much fun. 10 rounds and 150 damage a shot is so much fun. The potential to do 1,500 burst damage in 18 seconds. It is awesome. And this Panther will find out what happens when he gets bursted down. And we're going to do one more T54 lightweight, the tier 8 Russian medium, not Russian medium, Russian light. And then you guys can let me know down in the comment section which tanks you'd like to see. I'm definitely going to do a commentary on the Bulldog Mastery because that game was just too much fun. And of course, I'll be trying to get a Mastery badge on my T54 Lite because that thing is basically a T54. Really, what there needs to be said about the T54 Lite is that it's a T54 with a little bit less turret armor, a little bit less upper front plate armor, and I would say pretty comparable speed to the Tier 9, to be honest. I honestly didn't even think I was playing a light tank. This tank is basically the Tier 8 version of the T54. And it's awesome. I love it. The gun obviously only has 250 alpha, but I really like the gun. It's very fun to play with. It's pretty much the same gun that's on the T44, I'm pretty sure. And I really can't say anything more about this tank. Awesome, fun tank. I think I'm going to play it more like a medium. In comparison to the RU-251 and the T49, I think the T49 is definitely more of the pure scout role, while the two Tier 8 lights for Russia and Germany are more of the medium tank role, really. They do lots of damage, lots and lots of fun, and I'm really excited to see these on the live server. I'm going to let this T-54 Light gameplay play in the background. Let me know down in the comment section below if you guys would like to see any more gameplay. Of course, I'm going to be uploading that Walker Bulldog Mastery. Going to try to get a few more Mastery badges on the test server. Hopefully, I'll be able to still have some people on there to play with. And guys, I hope you did enjoy the 9.3 test server light tanks. This has been Jack Tech 45, signing out. Peace.